women are always trying to repaint people. This is who this person is. It's either you're gonna deal with it and accept it, or you're not. Everything in life is an even exchange. You give, I take, you give. You are responsible for what you don't know. You are responsible to do the research, to educate yourself and grow your mind and your intelligence. And as a woman, you should always be looking to learn. Hello you guys, welcome back to Your Level Up Guru. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe. So today we are talking about how to play to win in a cold world. This is a good video for my ladies, my gentlemen too, but predominantly my ladies, because I think as women, we are the ones that have the perception of life is a fairy tale. And I am here to tell you that is not the case. Life is not a fairy tale. It's a very cold world. And these tips and these insights are going to help you have a strong understanding and comprehension of that. Number one, how to play to win in a cold world. Number one, no one owes you anything. Understand that. As women, we tend to get into this mindset where we think people owe us things. Like they owe you loyalty, they owe you kindness, they owe you help. That's not how life works, baby. Nobody owes you anything. Everything in life is an even exchange. You give, I take, you give. That is how the world works. That's why you go to your job, you give them your time, they pay you for your time, right? So in the world, nobody owes you anything. If you want to survive in life, you have to already pre-prepare your mind to understand that if someone does something for you, if someone does something nice for you, if somebody helps you, you should be thankful because they don't owe you anything. And in life, you're going to realize that most people are in it for how it benefits them. You know, it's rarely ever about you. So nobody owes you anything in this life. And when you start going through life navigating that, you hustle harder and you push yourself more because you realize that you're on your own. Number two, how to play to win in a cold world. Number two, nobody feels bad for you. Get up. That's something my grandmother actually taught me. My grandmother always told me, nobody feels bad for you, girl. Nobody in life is going to sit there and think about you and feel bad for your situation. It's your job to change your circumstances. You and God, well, God predominantly, but second to God, has the power to change your circumstances and the trajectory of your life. Nobody's going to come in and change your life for you, hold your hand, teach you things. That's another thing that women think that people are going to just teach them. You are responsible for what you don't know. There's Google, there's search engines, there's encyclopedias, there's books, there's bookstores, there are mentors that you pay. You are responsible for what you don't know. You are responsible to do the research, to educate yourself and grow your mind and your intelligence. And as a woman, you should always be looking to learn. You should always want to learn something new because the more you know, the more you grow. And knowledge is power. Number three, how to win in a cold world. Playing fair does not always end in a win. Yeah, newsflash, that's why bad things happen to good people. Life is not always going to be fair. And it's not always going to work in your favor right away. Sometimes you have to let life play out. Sometimes you may think, oh, well, let me do this or let me do the right thing. And you actually end up getting burned for doing the right thing. In life, doing the right thing doesn't always guarantee that you are going to win or end up on top. That's not necessarily how it works. So I'm not being pessimistic. I just want you guys to understand these concepts so that you are not disappointed. The next thing is put your wants and needs first. You are not going to get anywhere by putting other people's needs first. I'm telling you right now, if you've been doing that, I'm sure you're watching this video and I'm almost positively certain that you are like, oh my God, putting other people first has gotten me to a standstill and it has gotten me nowhere. Put yourself first in life. This is a cold world. Other people are putting themselves first. So if other people are putting themselves first and you put them first too, you're going to end up last in line. So make sure that you are putting yourself first no matter what. The next thing is never trust a second time, only once. Women have a habit of having people showing them who they are and then trusting that they're going to change the second time around. I'm not saying it's possible. I'm just saying that it rarely ever happens. I only trust once. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I accept people for who they are. I take people at face value, and I take what they show me and who they show me they are. I don't try to change them or repaint them, which is something that I feel like women do a lot. Women are always trying to repaint people. This is who this person is. It's either you're going to deal with it and accept it, or you're not. And that's really up to you. The next thing is have a strategic and calculated mindset. You have to have strategy in life, because I feel like most women are extremely emotional. So because most women are extremely emotional, they tend to make very bad decisions because they don't calculate and think about how things are going to end, and they don't put two and two together. They just automatically assume that it's just going to work. But you have to be calculated about your steps, and you have to be calculated about your moves. And before you make a move, think it through, sleep it off. Think about all the ways it can go right and all the ways it can go wrong before you make your decision. Okay, it's a cold world, and a lot of people are extremely calculated. And sometimes when I talk to women, I'm like, baby, how are you going to survive the real world? Which is why some women really can't. That's why they always have to be, you know, in the house as a housewife or in the home, or because they cannot survive in the real world. The real world is very cold and very aggressive, and you have to have very tough skin to survive in the real world, and you have to be very calculated and very conscious and very street smart to survive in the real world, because if you're not, you will get eaten alive. The next point is people are in it for them, so what's in it for you? I'm sorry, ladies, you always have to have a what's in it for me mindset. If not, you are going to get used and abused by people. I always have a what's in it for me mindset, because some people will benefit off the expense of you. That's how people are. So you always have to make sure it's an equal bargain, it's an equal pay, and it's an equal transaction where the other person isn't just gaining and you're losing. There has to be something in it for you. The next thing is you're responsible for your own growth. Nobody is going to come and grow you. That's why I never understand when you guys send me these long emails, these long messages when I have girl chat services, because you just expect me to just instill growth on you aside from what's already on my channel for free. That's not how life works. You are responsible for your growth, whether it's through buying books, going to school, or paying a mentor, or paying some type of service. You are nobody's gonna just give you what you want because you want it. That's not how the real life works. You're gonna have to work towards what you want. You're gonna have to work for what you want. It's not gonna just get handed to you. People aren't gonna just let you pick their brain for free. Like, that's not how the world works. And I feel like a lot of women feel like the world is their oyster. That is not necessarily true. The world is going to require some type of equal exchange from you. So if there's something that you want, there's either going to be a sacrifice or a pension paid in order to get it. The next thing, how to play to win in a cold world. You must learn and apply, not learn and repeat the same behaviors. Let me repeat that point. You must learn and apply, not learn and repeat. This is a problem that a lot of women and men have. We learn, but then we repeat the same thing. You learn and apply. Everything that you've learned in your life up until this point should be applied. If it's not applied, then you're not learning. It's the same thing with people who, you know all this stuff, you're getting all this knowledge, but you're not applying it. So when you have knowledge that's just sitting there in your brain vacant and it's not being applied and it's not being used, then you are doing yourself a disservice. You are playing yourself when you do that. So you must learn and apply, not learn and repeat the same behaviors and the same lessons. I told myself at this age, I'm only learning a lesson once. I'm not learning it twice. Once I learn it and I see the way a situation works out or the way someone moves, I'm not going to let you play me twice. After one time, that's it. Because I learn to apply, I don't learn to repeat. The next thing is you must detach from emotion. How to win in a cold world. A lot of women, you're too emotional. And this is coming from me, who was extremely emotional to the point where God told me, you are too emotional. And it's going to be very difficult for you to move up, or for me to move you up, if you are constantly like this. So I had to learn to turn my emotions off, because they're really not important, or at least not all the time. For example, a lot of women and men let their emotions control them. If you let your emotions control you, you won't get anything done. For example, I'm tired. This wasn't a very easy week for me. My emotions could have told me stay in bed and not do anything, but here I am pursuing my goals, because emotions cannot control me. So if you want to win in a cold world and you're letting your emotions control you, baby, you're not going to make it. If you feel bad for every single sob story that someone tells you, you're not going to make it. Some people tell you sob stories so you can feel bad for them, so they can become a narcissist and start taking advantage of you. I don't always feel bad for people right away. I kind of have to learn you and get to know you, because you may be a master manipulator. And that's what life has told me when I say how to win in a cold world. You have to turn your emotions off. There are certain decisions you have to make. There are certain ties you'll have to cut. There are certain people that you will have to get rid of, and it will hurt you when you do it. But you cannot let emotions get in the way, because if you do, you are going to stop your progress. And I had to learn that. Your emotions have to be on autopilot for long periods of time if you want to move forward in this life. If your emotions are on the driver's seat, you're going to be... A problem that a lot of women have is that those emotions, man, they ruin everything. Seriously. Emotions, they just ruin things. Like, they just take control of the situation and start having you act unhinged. Emotions need to be put to rest like a little baby, and only woken up when needed. Okay? Or I'm telling you guys the harsh truth that most people will not tell you, because most people want you to think that life is a fairy tale. It's not. And your emotions are your biggest enemy when it comes to success, progress, and making diplomatic decisions. Because your emotions are always going to want you to act out, or jump into this situation, jump into this marriage, jump into this relationship. No, baby, we don't use emotions. We use our brains and calculated and strategic thinking. Emotions, it just doesn't end well when you use them. That's what I've learned. You got to just shut them down, and you feel a lot more powerful when you do. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to go on my website, yourlevelupguru.net, to book your private chat. Follow all of my social media handles. They're all in the description bar below. Also, my podcast on Spotify every other Friday. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys, and thank you.